If your Instagram account is not bringing in high value funding clients, even though you're posting, you have your link in bio, and you're doing all the right things, this video is for you. I'm about to show you why most funding companies are losing $3,000, $5,000, and even $10,000 clients before they even get a chance to talk to them. And how, with a few simple tweaks to your Instagram profile, you can easily make yourself look more credible, attract more followers, and get more people to actually click on your link in bio and book calls with you. If you want your Instagram to become a client generating machine, keep watching because I'm breaking down the exact blueprint our seven figure clients are using to turn their profiles into a magnet for high ticket deals. What is going on, my people? If you don't know who I am, my name is Clarissa, and I'm Javi's partner both in life and in business. Together, we have helped over 400 credit and funding companies scale by implementing the same systems that helped us scale our own company past seven figures. And today, I want to break down exactly how you can optimize your Instagram profile so that you can look more credible, attract more clients, and get more followers. But most importantly, make them want to click on your link in bio and book a call with you for your funding services. Because here's the reality, your Instagram profile is your digital business card. When potential clients find you, they're going to check out your Instagram profile before they even book a call. If your profile looks like an amateur or incomplete, then you're losing high value clients before you even get a chance to talk to them. I'm about to show you the exact Instagram optimization blueprint that our highest earning clients use to attract this type of clients through social media. So if you want to turn your Instagram into a client generation machine for your funding business, pay attention because this is going to change how you think about social media marketing. Before we dive into the tactics, let me explain first why this matters so much for funding companies, especially. So funding is a high trust business. People are trusting you with their financial future. If your Instagram looks like unprofessional, then they will assume that your business is unprofessional too. Your Instagram needs to be positioned as the expert who can solve their funding problems, and every element should reinforce that you know what you're doing. Right? Your Instagram isn't just about followers, it's for converting visitors into booked calls. So every element should guide them towards taking that action. And then business owners research before they buy. So a well-optimized Instagram profile gives them the confidence that you're legitimate and you're successful. So before we get into the optimization tactics, let's address one of the most common questions I get from people. And that is, should I be using a personal account or a business account for my funding company? Now, when I say personal versus business account, I'm not talking about the Instagram settings where you choose creator or business profile. I'm talking about what they actually see in the page. So let me show you actually some examples. Okay, so right here we have Alejandro. He's one of our current clients, and as we start looking at his account and the style of content that he posts is very relatable, right? We have a few of podcast style where he's just talking and sharing knowledge. We have his family, right, so that we can connect to him. We have some B-rolls with text, and then we still have also some pictures created like on created on Canva, that anybody could make, right? So this is the type of content that he has. If we take another example of another client that we have worked with, a good example would be Andre. Andre has, again, pictures, we have some lifestyle videos, we still have like some Canva posts, right, that a team member could be creating for you. We have some high edited reels, we have some Canva posts, so we have a combination of everything, and everything still feels very personal, right? And this is his personal page where he also promotes his business. Now both of them have also a business account, but I want you to take in consideration one very important thing. So if we look at Alejandro's, if you can see, is the same exact profile picture, right? This is just the changes is the name of the handle that is his business name instead of his own. But if you look at the content, it's still very personable. He's still very present into each one of these posts. It just may have a little less personal things in it, but it's still very personal, it's still very human, right? Same goes for Andre. The difference with him is that he uses his business logo instead of his personal profile picture, which can still work, right? Because this is technically the business account, right? But if we look at the type of content that he does have in here, it's still very personable, right? Like we still have some, posts that an employee can create without you being involved in it, but it still integrates also his personal content as well. So this makes it still feel like there is a person behind this brand, while we're still utilizing some pictures that our team members can create without us being involved in the content creation process. So my recommendation is that it doesn't matter which one you choose, but here is the key. Regardless of which approach you're going to take, you want to make sure that it still feels personable, because clients do not want to see an account that is just solely full of generic Canva posts and corporate content. They still want to see that there is a person behind the business. And even if your handle is your business name, I would still recommend to including yourself into the content and showing the human side of your business. Because again, people want to do business with people, not with companies. And even if you are building your business brand, clients still want to see that there is a real person behind that they can trust behind that brand. And if you don't want to be the face of it, then pick somebody else to be it. Now let's get into the specific optimization tactics. So let's start with the basic and what most funding companies always get wrong. And that is the profile picture. From the few examples that we just saw, we saw that they all use a high quality headshot and normally not a logo if you're going the personal route. Because again, people want to do business with people and not with companies. So make sure that you look professional and approachable. Avoid having like sunglasses, group photos, or casual pictures. Your username and handle, you need to be keeping it simple and professional. So you want to use your name or your business name. Avoid having like too many numbers, underscores, or confusing characters, and make it easy to find and to remember. And then you want to optimize your bio. So your bio needs to accomplish 3 things in under 150 characters. You want to outline who you help, what you do, and then having a call to action, right? So some examples can be, I help business owners get $150,000 to $250,000 in business funding. I scaled over 400 companies to 6 to 7 figures, funding consultation below. Or this is where most people actually mess it up, is that they either have no link or they have one of those Linktree pages with 10 different options. So the golden rule is to have one clear link that will take them to a specific action, which normally is booking a call. Now, what you shouldn't be doing is having multiple links confusing the visitors. So you shouldn't have generic contact us pages or links to your website that takes you to like 5 different options that they can click. What you should be doing is having a direct link to booking into your calendar. That link should be going to a specific landing page that has a disqualification form that can then redirect the client to different pricing options that you may have and offer, so different products. And if not, they can go to maybe a lower ticket offer or a free resource that you may offer them. In the bio, you should also be adding something for social proof. So either adding how many clients you have helped, the dollar amount of funding that you have secured, because this will show credential and certifications, right? So, and I will be leaving you here some examples of other bios that you can use. Now, right under your link in bio, what you're going to have is your highlights, which they need to act kind of like your landing page. They need to showcase different aspects of your business. And here are you can have as many as you want, but here are the essential highlights that every funding company should have. The first one is going to be about results or your success stories. So client testimonials, before and after funding amounts, or credit score increases, success story screenshots, video testimonials if you have them. The second highlight should be about right? Or my story. So your background and experiences, why you started the business, your mission and values, behind the scenes content so that people can relate to you more. And the third highlight that you should have is your services. So, or how we can help, right? So a breakdown of your funding process, the type of funding products that you offer, who do you work with, and what makes you different from everybody else. The fourth highlight you should have is maybe some free resources. So educational content, tips and strategies, maybe if you have a YouTube video, like a link to all your YouTube videos, free guides or checklists, and value-driven content. And the fifth highlight that you can have is the FAQ or comment questions. So you can literally make a post into your storyline with, hey, I'm free for the next couple of hours, ask me any questions, and then you can have people ask you questions and then add them to the highlight section. So obviously only post there questions that are frequently asked, questions that are answering objection that you normally get into sales calls, process explanations, pricing information if it's appropriate, right? So as you can see here, what we're trying to do is to have a majority of the questions that your clients may have about your business already answered as a first glance into your account. And I want to show you, for example, some of my clients who literally have this into their pages so that you can start noticing a common trend. As you can see here, these are some of my other clients, and they have a simple bio that explains what they do and who they help. They have some credibility. They have their call to action. They don't have more than 2 links in their profile. They have all their highlights, and for example, Chess as well. Simple name. They have a clear bio, 1 link only. and they have their highlights as well. Now, if you start noticing a trend from all the accounts that I've showed you so far, is that they all have one thing in common. They all have their pinned posts optimized, because your 3 pinned posts are prime real estate, and they're the first thing people see when they visit your profile. So they need to be strategic. Okay. The first post that you should have is about your offer and your results. They should showcase what you do and the results that you can get for your clients. So, for example, you can have a carousel post showing your client success stories, how I helped a client get X amount in funding, include the before and after scenarios, and end it always with a call to action to book a call. The second post that you should have is about your story and your credibility, because this will build the trust and show why people should work with you instead of somebody else. So, for example, your personal story of building your business, going from like, if it was my story, going from a 600K loss to a 7-figure funding company, include the credentials, experience, client count, and try to make it personal and relatable. The third post that you can have is educational or value driven. So this will position you as the expert and provide value upfront. So, for example, 5 things banks look for in your funding application, how to get approved for business credit with a new LLC, or an educational carousel that showcase your expertise and always have the end with, do you want my help implementing this? Book a call. So the strategy is basically that these 3 pinned posts work together to build credibility, show results, and provide value while guiding your visitors towards booking a call with you. And I want to show you 2 examples of 2 clients that I've worked with that do this very well. All right, so we're back with Chess again. And as you can see here, he has his 3 pinned posts. They are about building credibility and showcasing results. So as you can see here, these are the 3 pinned posts that he has. One of them is a recording of one of his clients' testimonials, right? So it's just a video, a Zoom video that he created with his client, where he's showcasing the results that this client got with a call to action to always tend to start either a conversation or to book a call, right? So this is like a before and after of his transformation and his own success story to build credibility. And then we have another one that is another testimonial video. Okay, so this is one example. I have another client. He's not in the funding industry, but it's still a very good case study. He's been in our marketing agency for the past 3 years, and I like how he displayed his 3 pinned posts. So you can see here he has who am I, what to expect, and does this work, right? So these ones are their cover pictures, but what they in reality are, they are a video, they're reels, right? And then always we have the call to action at the end, right? So we have the call to action at the end with the keyword that will start an automated conversation. So as you can see here, you can have, different styles. You can have videos, you can have carousel posts, pictures. If you take my profile, for example, what I have is this one is just it's a carousel, right, of a bunch of different testimonials from all my clients. Then we have one, this is about our story. So it's just B-roll videos of content with basically our story and explaining everything that we went through. And I only have those 2 pinned posts as of now. So now I know setting up all of these elements correctly can take time and strategy, and most funding companies either don't know how to do this or don't have the time to implement it properly. And that's exactly why inside of our Funders Academy, we provide you with the complete Instagram templates, highlight covers, post templates, content scripts, 30 reels ideas, and a step-by-step guide for just $99 a month. We already done all the work for you, so if you want to just access it and not think about this too much, click the link below. Now, here is the truth about content, and is that you don't need to post every single day in order to make money from it. But having a full grid of content is important for credibility. And on how you can take your content strategy, you have 3 options that you can pick from. You can have the aesthetic account, the informational account, and what I call the best of both worlds account. So in the aesthetic account is all about having high quality lifestyle pictures, which, with the exception of course, your first 3 pinned posts, everything else is just about having high quality lifestyle pictures and B-rolls. So no information, no talking head reels, just highly productive and high quality pictures that elevate your status. So about travels, cars, like, and things that elevate your status. In the informational based account, what you are going to implement is a mix of educational, personal, and results focused content. And it should be divided in a few content pillars, so which are perfect for funding companies. So the first one is going to be educational content, which should be 40% of your account. So these posts are going to be on how to improve your credit scores, business funding tips, industry insights, and common mistakes to avoid. 30% should be results content. So your client success stories, before and after scenarios, personal testimonials and reviews, case studies, and things of that nature. 20% should be about personal content. So your story, your background, behind the scenes content, traveling, day in the life content. And then 10% should be about promotional content. So direct call to actions, limited time offer, booking reminders. And then in the best of both worlds account is basically a mix of the two that we just talked about, where in your main feed you have high quality lifestyle posts, and in the reels section is flooded with informational reels. So you can keep the two separated. Now, a minimum of content that you should have if you're starting completely from scratch is at least a full grid. So 12 to 15 posts should be in your page before you start running ads. Now, let's talk about something that is more of a vanity metric for most, but unfortunately, it visually determines your credibility, and that is the follower amount that you have. There's something about having that K that makes people already think that you are more successful than what you truly are. So if you're not there yet, I wouldn't recommend buying followers because it's not 2018 anymore. It used to not affect your algorithm, but now it actually hurts your profile. So if you're starting with little to zero followers, here is how you can build them up. You have two options. Option number one would be about pay for followers, but not in the way you think. And that is by running a follower ads. So you can create ads targeting business owners in your area, use engagement campaigns to build initial followers, and target people interested in business funding. You can set up a small budget. And if you want to learn more on this topic, you should watch the video that Javi made where he goes from A to Z on how you can set up this type of campaign. Your second option is the free and slow way, which is organic growth tactics. It's going to be following and engaging with accounts that look like your ideal clients, comment on their post, reach out to them on messages, and hope that they follow you back. Obviously, this will take a very long time, but it's another way that you can get more followers. And the non-lazy business owners normally at the start will do both. So it's up to you in which category your call. And that is booking a call with you. So you want to make sure that your bio is optimized for conversions, you have a clear value proposition in your bio, you have specific results that you deliver, and a strong call to action. You need to be using benefit-driving language. You should use your story highlights for conversions and objection handling, and you should add a CTA in each one of the highlights. You should show the transformation and the results that you give, and you should address any objection in there. You want to make sure that you have the 3-pin post where you can convert your actual clients, okay? And then when people comment and engage with your content, you want to make sure that you're following up on the DMs. So you want to say like, thank you so much for commenting. I'd love to help you with your funding goals. Are you looking for any business funding, right? You want to try to keep it personal and conversational. And if you're part of our community, you can also follow our whole script. Now, there are some mistakes that you want to make sure that you absolutely avoid. Mistake number one is trying to appeal to everybody. Your content should speak specifically to business owners who want funding, not general audiences. Mistake number two is to be in too salesy. You want to focus on providing value and building relationship, not constantly pitching your services. Mistake number three is inconsistent branding. Your colors, your fonts, your style should always be consistent across all posts and highlights. Mistake number four is ignoring engagement. Your social media is social, so respond to comments, engage with followers, and be humans. Mistake number five is no clear call to action. So every post should guide people towards the next step, whether that is following you, commenting, or booking a call. Mistake number six is not getting verified. In the funding industry, verification is expected. Without it, you look less credible than your competitors. In conclusion, your Instagram profile is one of your most powerful tools for attracting high-value funding clients. When optimized correctly, it builds credibility, showcases your expertise, and converts visitors into booked calls. So remember the key elements. You should be getting verified. This is a non-negotiable. Choose personal or business approach, but always try to keep it as personal as possible. Have a professional trust-building bio, single, focused link in bio, 3 strategic pinned posts, optimize your highlights with a clear CTA, have a consistent and valuable content, have a clear conversion path to booking calls. And if you want the complete Instagram optimization templates, highlight covers, and step-by-step setup, please join our Funders Academy for just $99 a month. The link is in the description. Don't let another month go by with an amateur Instagram profile when you could be attracting high value clients every single month. This is Clarissa, and I will see you in the next one.